Hello to my Libras. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your message. Happy Freedom Friday to each and every one of you all Libras. We're in the thick of this full moon phase, right? So we want to make sure your scales are balanced out. Your internal scales in your personal and your professional life are currently balanced out. You're air sign, divine masculine, but you're ruled by feminine planet, Venus, right? So you want to make sure that you are living a life both in your personal and your professional life that you love and that you're pleased with in every area of life: art, music, aesthetics, your love life, agape love, erotic love, that it's bringing peace to your life, and you want energies that bring peace to your life, not chaos and confusion, right? This is not about you being perfect, but this is the year of wealth, right? So there's a lot of purging that needs to happen with everybody in order to make room for wealth. So I hear a lot of you all, your comments and things like that, and people texting me like, you know what, you right. I need to offload some other people's stuff out of my universe. And guess what? I haven't had this kind of sleep in a long time and this kind of rest in a long time. So yeah, keep up the good work. You know, Libras, keep up the good work. Keep up the excellent work, actually. So if you got other people dumping their issues and problems in your universe, like, it's not like you trying to be mean towards them or whatever, but hey, look, everybody is trying to, I'm telling you, this year is real interesting because everybody's saying, yeah, wealth, 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 wealth. But there's also a large percentage of this year is about purging too, purging and renewal. So it can be an emotional roller coaster. So if you got people in your work or your home life that's dumping their issues and problems, like, hold on, let me reset. Like, you know, so that's you being in that feminine energy, because that's why you're balancing out your own internal scales. Like, it's not like you're trying to tell people, hey, look, keep your problems to yourself, but I need to process my day every single day, and then I can hold space, right? So that's how you do it, Libras. That's how you do it. Like, so thank you to those of you all who send me these text messages. Let me know that, it's working for you. So let's go. Let's go, Libras. Let's do it. Happy full moon phase. Protect your energy. Protect your energy, protect your energy, protect your energy. All right, so here we have the World card. Here we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Hanged One, the Five of Wands, the Tower card, and also the Temperance card. So somebody is getting see, this what I was talking about, Libra, right here. I'm about to start clapping for y'all for real, because I mean, y'all are not playing. When it comes to family, y'all are saying I'm just in general, and just okay. I'm so excited. I'm trying to get the words out. Okay, so this World card is connected to the fulfillment, right? It's the World card. It's like, okay, you've been around and around and around and around with a lot of things, and at some point something has to change, right? So in tarot, when you're talking about your major arcana, this would be like the last card. So it starts out with the Fool card, right? So okay, and then it ends with the World card. And I'm actually doing a whole teaching of what the tarot cards mean on Patreon, for those of you all who are already over there looking at your 6-month prediction and all the other bonus videos that go up over there. But this would be like the last card. Like, okay, I've gone from rooter to the tutor. I've gone from boo-boo to fool through all the life learned lessons. I've gone from start to finish to alpha omega. I've gone from this end to that end. And I recognize that this is very important to you. Your legacy, right? So source is saying hang in there with yourself, because there's the other cards that come out. Here we have the World card, the Tower card. Make sure the Tower card. I'm put this here. Family is very, very important to you. We have the Temperance card and also the Hanged One, right? Yeah. So when you're having a Tower moment, a lot of times the messages will come through dreams. It'll come through a feeling, right? And especially around the full moon phase, it is so intense. Like I said in your previous reading, Libra, yours and everybody else's previous reading, when I said, the moon moving through Cancer. Cancer is the mother of the Zodiac, but it's also the money sign. And then moving into Leo, Leo is ruled by the sun, Cancer is ruled by the moon. So those two signs are ruled by luminaries. They're not ruled by planets, right? And so when you think about, okay, where am I putting my energy? When I start talking about, trying to build a legacy with someone, somebody has a guardian angel. This could be a man or woman, but loyalty is important to you and loyalty is important to them in terms of legacy. And so when you're trying to build a when you're trying to build a legacy with someone, right? And you're trying to make sure your inner child feels safe, or if you have kids, making sure your inner child and their inner child, and if you have kids or grandkids around you, trying to make sure everybody feels safe, you can't be carrying other people's demons, whatever those demons are, because everybody has them. And so this full moon is going to bring a lot of it. So on one hand, you feel like, okay, I got all of this energy, but in the next minute you can feel exhausted when you think about carrying other people's demons and carrying their, because like I said, everybody has them, right? And you can be really battling your spirit with some stuff to a point that you can almost sabotage a 10 of Pentacles situation, building a very rich legacy with somebody because of carrying other family members' spiritual beliefs, their inner demons that they're battling, you trying to be loyal to family members when it's affecting your legacy, whether you're single and you decide. This right here can either you be going into business with somebody, building a really big legacy, or romantically linked, and also business, building a very big legacy. So source wants you to see things from a higher frequency. Like, look at the whole picture here. If this is something that I prayed for, right, this would be like, okay, if this is something that I prayed for in my spirit, if I prayed for this, right, a legacy that I can build with someone and is harmonious and there's a lot of growth. See all this greenery right here? My money is growing, my creativity is growing, my stability is growing, patience is growing, and all of that between me and somebody else. And I'm making sure that the energies who have, don't ask you to, it's a difference between holding space and just people viewing you as a dumping ground for their issues, not just their physical issues, but like their mental, emotional issues. It's a difference between that and like, okay, I can hold space for a little while, but some people will expect for you to hold that forever, right? And hold on to other people's stuff, right? They don't care about what you got going on. So while you're praying for this, Source is going to show you who's praying on this. While you, I'm going to say it again, while you, Libra, are praying, Pray, Source, ing, Source is going to show you who is praying on this. Right? Praying on this. Who has predatory energy. Right? So, and that can come out in any way, shape, form, or fashion as it's coming through your dreams and your feelings and those kind of things, right? And so, but remember something, when Source is showing demons, first Source will show you what your demons are, right? And it'll show you who in their spirit is irritating your demons, who has something in their spirit that's irritating your demons. So it looks like it's showing you something outside of yourself, and it is showing you something outside of yourself, but it's also showing you yours, fear, doubt, uncertainty, carrying other people's burdens, that now it's time to, okay, I need to get this off of my internal scales, if that makes sense, to you all, because you're getting your prayers answered. And Source is saying to you, you're getting real serious about creating boundaries and enforcing them. And some people going to feel some kind of way, because having downloads that Source is showing you what your demons are and showing you other people's demons will make you want to go into escapism. This right here, Neptune, is connected. This is why it says the hang in there with yourself. You can feel like you literally suspended in time. And here we have the Tower card. Because I guarantee you that if you're connected, see this right here, you're in their auric layer. You're like inches off of their auric layer. When we talk about auric layer, when we talk about the pentacles, their root layer, even whether you're talking to a person or physically in that person's auric layer, it doesn't have to be physical all the time. It could be talking to a person on a regular basis. They're picking up energy as it relates to your family, as you are picking up energy as it relates to theirs. Right. And so there's a lot in common where you may say, okay, I'm picking up on stuff from their family. They're picking up on stuff from my family. We got to create a very firm boundary where we're not playing those games. We're not playing that where we're praying, not letting energies prey on you, like, so Source is saying, see things from the highest frequency where you're operating from that. So you have a guardian angel that's watching over you to show you some things as well. Right here we have, there we go, 9 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and also the Empress card, right? 9 of Swords, nightmare energy. some families have gone through nightmare situations. A lot of people have gone through nightmare situations. And here, look at this. You survived a lot. When I talked about like Judas spirits in the past, like people who betrayed you, people who stand around and know that you're hurting from something and won't help you, or turn a blind eye to things when they know, say, there's a, you all remember in the movie Eve's Bayou, there's a scene when Samuel Jackson's character comes in and the daughter says, "No, don't go in there, Daddy. They're talking about you." Right? He opened up the door and they all sitting around looking at him like, they got the glaring eyeballs looking at him. There was a lot of things, like a lot of secrets, in that storyline. And sources saying, you're learning how to you're learning how to not only create boundaries, but structure to a lot of things, right? And so as you are paying attention and listening, you're actually listening for what people aren't telling you in your family and whoever you want to connect with, because you're making such an impact on your community and the world at large. You're going to have to know how to read between the lines, and people are also reading between the lines. I was going to go back to that particular story, the Eve's Bayou story, because it was such a good film. There was so many stories within the story, within the story, within the story, right? But sources saying, here we have the Nine of Pentacles. You're moving towards financial independence, and those are going to be the resources that you're going to need to make an impact on your community and the world at large, right? So let's say if you want to... Here we have the Empress card, and this is where your creativity is growing. Again, keeping things at a higher frequency. That's why it's important for when you are thinking about building a legacy, knowing how to hold space and knowing how to release something in love, where it's a safe space for people to, very much like if a child came home and said their teacher was being mean to them, right? But don't tell anybody, because I don't want to be like the, or if a child came home and say that they were being bullied, and so you got to think, okay, your immediate reaction is to go, and there's a movie I saw, I forgot the name of the movie, but so many different types of movies where a parent will go actually approach the child, but you got to be creative because you're not trying to make a situation worse. And that's why I talk about like holding space and letting people know that it's a safe space, for them to share. But you're not going to hold it. You're not going to hold it forever, right? You got it. You got it loud and clear. That's the beauty of flushing out things that you've absorbed throughout the day, and then being able to just receive and say, okay, got the message loud and clear, and just continue to move on with your day. But here we also have the Knight of Cups. This right here is important because Knight energy, someone is coming into your life to help you to process any kind of nightmares. This right here, see this like Nightmare on Elm Street? Somebody's coming through helping you to process your nightmares, but I guarantee you they've gone through the same things that you've gone through, and they're trying to help you to process things because life is still happening all around you. And so, okay, let's creatively put our thinking caps together and see how we can help our community and the world at large, so that your head and heart are not at war with each other. You know what I'm saying? You love people, but it's complicated. So it's hard for you to make a decision, and you become indecisive because it's people that you love, versus, okay, let me get my heart right with self. Let me get my heart chakra together so I can love you. And that's what I talk about, like closing out cycles in love. You can close out cycles in love and move on from some things, and not be at war. See this right here? All of this is one person. This is like a battle within, right? You don't have to have an internal struggle or battle. You don't have to have an internal struggle or battle. A lot of times people don't think that people hear what they're saying with spiritual ears, but yeah, people hear what people are not saying, right? Which is, because again, if you don't have the words to form after having a nightmare, like a child waking up and saying, I saw a boogeyman in my dream, or, trying to interpret nightmares. What does that mean? It's providing a safe space for that, right? But I see somebody making a major splash in your community and the world at large. It is such a sensitive thing when you're praying, this right here, praying it while you're praying for one thing and source is showing you something else. It's like, well, wait a minute, hold on, I just prayed for this, but why are you showing me that? So it's just like, because this is a part of the purging process. I need you to release something. And sometimes it's a physical release of something so that you can make more room for more wealth of, time and knowledge and wisdom and also creativity. And, this is right here. Cups energy is right, because I see love coming across somebody's path. So if you all have been praying for something coming across your path, I feel like what I'm seeing here in the card since the Knight of Cups came out is I see somebody building a life with a new love in your life, Libra. But I also see revelation of some things coming through the Tower moment, right? Because that's what it feels like, a lightning bolt flash coming through the Tower, and it can be overwhelming. That's why if you ever seen people put comments below when the Tower card is like, oh my God, I'm having a Tower, because that's exactly what it feels like. Unless you know what your purpose is and source is showing you in your purpose, the purpose in your pain that you've experienced, right? These internal battles and struggles. So this feels like a bait and switch. Like, okay, I warming up to praying again, but gosh, in my meditative state, which could come at any time, you could be lying up in the middle of the night in a meditative state, thinking about a nightmare you had, and sources downloading other stuff into your mind. That's what I'm telling you. That's why some people are like, oh my. And then for other people, they can feel like, a person that's this close to you, they can also feel that too, right? It doesn't just happen in the movies. It happens in real life, that other people pick up on that. And so so source is giving you some time to see what life feels like without a nightmare, if that makes sense. But you also got to pull out the sword of truth and say, okay, I may need to cut out some people that I love because they are adding to that nightmare, so I can make room for the life that I deserve. So hopefully that makes sense to somebody. There it is. That's what I was talking about right here. Meditation. This is right here what I was talking about. Meditation. Yep. Meditation. 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 And then also the King of Swords. King of Swords. So definitely see you sit on your throne, gaining more wisdom and knowledge and staying locked in and laser focused. I feel like because, see, like I said before I even pulled this card out, you and somebody else has gone through your own state of nightmares. So they can pick up on when you're going through things. And just because they don't say anything, not everybody's going to keep trying to trigger people and saying, is everything okay? I had a dream about you. I was worried about you. I was concerned. Not everybody's trying to, that's the person who genuinely cares about you. It's like, okay, I'm not trying to trigger any nightmares, because guess what? You got to still wake up from the nightmare, and you got to, go to, life in the moment, still be in the moment, right? But trust and believe. Sources send some energy across your path that's very wise and very tapped in. Who knows, right? And so I do see you finally getting your rest, but your thought may be, oh, somebody wants to get as far away from me as possible, or you want to run away from something as fast as possible. But source is like, okay, just trying to help you, to teach you how to move on from disappointment, deep disappointment, without assuming that this is kind of tricky. And this is like I said, this is a general reading, Libra, because source is sending you somebody across your path that's not there to save you, because we don't have the power to save each other. But so that may be the tricky part. They're not coming to save you. They're kind of trying to teach you how they saved themselves, how they were able to tap into that resource and saving themselves through tapping into source, right? And here we have the Lover's card, right? So I definitely see twin flame energy in your life, where a person is not trying to burn you out, keep you in a state of confusion, but they get it, right? See, let me share something. Let me break something else down too. So it's two people, you and somebody who you feel like is a knight in shining armor. On one hand, they light up your life. Like, oh my God, finally, this is a healthy distraction. I could be distracted because I'm having all these downloads and all of this other stuff. My mind is just thinking, because all of this right here is air, all of this overthinking, thinking, right? Energy comes across your path and they seem like they don't care that you're going through this, but that's furthest from the truth, right? In fact, because they have been in a position where they have gone through nightmares, and some of them have had to flee situations that could have killed them, quite frankly, right? It could give you the impression that certain people don't care. They cut you off. They, can seem like cutthroat, detached, easy, couldn't cut people off or whatever. But that's not the case at all. They do have a big heart. But that big heart of theirs in the wrong hands it could have been caused them a lot of bleeding heart. It could have caused them to run away from situation that could have ended them. Physically ended them, right? So they have to stay locked in and laser focused, and they have to stay locked into their purpose so that they can see everything in the spirit sense. That's what God sent them across your path to show you. So that you learn how to, I can't say you're actually motivated and encouraged by source to dump other people's demons off of your internal scales, Libra, so that you don't almost inadvertently, accidentally, unintentionally cause this night energy to carry it. And the night energy is not going to carry it, not out of because they've already been in a nightmare, and that would be joining somebody in a nightmare instead of helping you to learn how to wake up from a nightmare, right? So you got to look at it from the highest frequency, because it'll make you want to say, oh, everybody's insensitive. I thought this was fun at first, and now it's not fun. It'll make you feel that way. So whatever you decide to do, just know that source has you covered on all sides, because it is, when you talk about nightmares, y'all saw the movie Freddy Krueger. Them kids they didn't know what they were saying to keep getting that spirit, invoking that spirit. But so you're definitely learning. There are energies, whether you realize it or not, that are praying for you. They're not praying on you. This energy right here is an energy that will pray for you. They want the best for you. Even if that means you cut them off, they're okay with that. They're saying, okay, you know what? Because I know that they're going through, you're going through the same. It's like they are listening to. They are like, you may want a trauma bond, but it's like they're listening to themselves before. But the difference is that they didn't have someone to teach them how to do it. Teach them how to stay locked in and laser focused, right? So, yeah, very powerful message going on here. But you're definitely cutting ties, with some energies that so that you can move into abundance and prosperity. You're definitely learning how to take action in a powerful way that sends a message to people that I forgive you, but I don't want to necessarily forget, because I want to learn the lesson that source wanted me to learn, so that I don't keep repeating that. We talk about breaking generational cycles, chains, and curses. I don't want to keep repeating certain things, right? So that's where you are, Libra. That's where you are. So you and your person, whoever that is, are being watched over by definitely being watched over by a guardian angel that's helping you through some things. And also, let me just say this too. There is somebody could be coming into, and we're not talking about knight and shining armor energy, right? If there are people in your life right now that also, remember what's the name of the movie? Us. I think it's called Us, where the people were tethered together. If there are people who are committed to staying connected to you without considering the fact, Libra, that you're trying to carry, or you're trying to sift through whatever your demons are and learning how to put them under submission, then you may have to take those scissors out like they had in the movie Us and go snip, snip. You're not trying to be insensitive to people, but at the same time you're saying, I gotta sift through my own demons, right? I gotta find out what they are so I can learn how to call those things out by name and put them under submission. I won't carry. There's a difference when I can't because you have, but I won't. I'm making a clear conscious decision that I won't carry other people's demons, so that The legacy wealth that I'm seeing here for you is not just about money. You're actually helping people to learn how to save themselves without, feeling like you got to save everybody, right? Here we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Hangman, and also the Nine of Pentacles. Did I see that? Yeah. So the Hangman came out twice, right? So yeah, there's definitely some energies that that are going through some karma right now, and you could be picking up on their energy. They could be having nightmares themselves, and there could be an energy that, just like you, stood around and didn't do anything to protect you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. There, when I tell you that, here we have the Knight of Wands, I see you getting away from that level of treachery. Judas spirit is a treacherous spirit. That's a spirit that'll stand around and know that you're hurting and won't do anything to help you. And they'll come across as helpless and prayerful, but they are just as bad as the energy that's preying on people. And Source is saying you're releasing a lot of things off of and I tell you, taking a leap of faith moving forward. Watch how fast things start happening for you in terms of feeling like you're going to feel like not only is a huge weight has been lifted off of my shoulder, but you can really sit back and enjoy a new and exuberant love in your life, like really be forward facing. Like, could you imagine that, Libra? Just saying, you know what, I'm not going to carry all other people's burdens on my internal scales. I want to be forward facing in a relationship where I feel like I'm laughing, having a good time. Somebody's not praying on me. They're praying for me or praying with me. So here we have the Queen of Pentacles and also the Nine of Pentacles. So I definitely see that people hold you in very high regard. I'm talking to men and women. Don't just be, fooled by just the word queen. This lets me know that people see you as down to earth and quite relatable. There's a lot of growth in you to get to your throne, right? That you've invested a lot of time in yourself to get to this throne. So that's who I see you building with. Both of you all are moving towards this right here, financial independence. Yep, while you're making your impact on your community and the world at large there. So there's going to be a lot of people that are shocked. That's what a Tower card is. And you're divinely protected. But it's going to be a lot of people that are shocked. See, an energy that really is praying for you would not be shocked if you cut them off, because they want the best for you regardless. So if that means you need some extra time to figure some things or sort some things out, they happy for you either way, even if that means they got to sacrifice, their heart for a minute, right? Just like, okay, I get it. I genuinely want the best for them. But the people who are going to really be hurt by it are people that are used to you carrying their weight around and you're not saying anything. It's like, okay, I'm just going to keep carrying everybody's burdens until I just crack and break, right? So those are the people that are going to be shocked, like really, really, really shocked. So yeah, but you definitely don't want to be a nightmare in other people's lives. You're right there at your vault door. And so it looks like there's some energies that want you to come like you just all together, like you perfectly, like, see this building right here? This is Five of Pentacles and this is Ten of Pentacles, right? There's some energies that definitely don't want you like this. They definitely don't want you like this, right? And they'll use anybody that seem like they're innocent to get to you, right? And so, like I said before, you all are wired to be the fairest sign, very fair-minded, very romantic sign, those kind of things. But you're certainly not asking a Knight of Cups energy to carry anybody else's dirty water when you're trying to sift through yours and flush yours out and pour joy in your cup and pour creativity, more creativity. Like, you want people to add to your creativity. You want people to add to your joy. You want people to add to healthy range of emotions when other people are trying to take it away, trying to take all your joy away. You're like, oh my God, and still being a nightmare in your life. So when Source sends energy across your path, like I said, Knight of Cups energy, they have gone through the same thing in your life where people have tried to just drain their, like, what do they call it? Energy vampires, like energy vampires, and they're trying to help you to step through your vault door. I can tell you this too, Libra, you are what they prayed for. That I can tell you. You are everything that they prayed for. So, but at the same time, they're okay if you decided to move on, because you're still trying to figure some things out as well. So just keep that in mind, because when other people have gone through nightmares and they've learned how to wake up from their nightmares, they're not trying to burden you. If they can't add to your peace, joy, happiness, those kind of things, they're not about, carrying third party dirty water. And so for some people that may not sit too well with them, but this is you right here, Princess of Cups, right? So I definitely see you're getting prepared. This is Knight energy, so you're getting prepared. Knight of Cups, Seven of Cups. There's definitely a lot of is it like in a very tempting spot right now. Like somebody is tempting to run away from something, whether you think they're tempting to dash and run away from you, or you tempted to run away from them because you think they're insensitive, or you think they think you're carrying too much weight or whatever, So either case, like I said, prayer is going to help you with it. Prayer is going to help you with it. Like everybody's not out here praying on everybody. Some people are genuinely praying for people. So if a person says, hey, look, I'd rather leave you before I hurt you than believe it. That's a gift. That's a gift there. And we're not talking about some narcissism mess either, where they play these little silly mind games. We're talking about people who would like, I don't want to add to your hurt. I don't want to add to your, pain in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So Source wants you to start looking at things from a higher frequency and start journaling these downloads that's coming through. They can come through while you're at the kitchen sink. Downloads are coming through while you're at a kitchen sink. You're like, whoa, why did I have that thought? Right? You can be on a treadmill and get the, I get a lot of revelations when I'm working out about a lot of things. And I'm like, oh, wow, okay, let me journal that. Let me hold on. Right? So it can come at any time. While you're taking a shower or bath, some information can come through. But that's how this full moon phase, take advantage of it. The source is showing you everything during this full moon phase. So here we have delusion, right? So intention without surrender can be a fast path to delusion. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, you're saying I'm surrendering through prayer. Source, help me. I'm praying through things, right? So I'm having that conversation with Source. But it's the meditation part, right? And then after you meditate in the instruction that God is giving you, are you taking action with that? That's where that delusion can be like, like people say, it's a saying that say, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. I don't know if you have already heard that or not, but like people I intended on writing that book. I intended on going back to school. I intended on doing this but I got sidetracked, right? Carrying other people's stuff. So Source needs somebody to stay focused. I mean, like really, really, really focused, because you're a powerful force out here, Libra. Powerful. That's why Source keeps hitting you with letting that you have a tower moment to get locked in and focus on your purpose. Yeah, somebody is definitely a powerful force. So whenever you see that tower card come out, smile for real. Don't buy into it. Other people, oh my God, I'm having a tower. No, that's a good thing. Trust me, it's a good thing, because it's connected to Mars, which is our energy planet. If you are not getting any rest because you're having nightmares at night, guess what? This right here, all of this is dehydrating your water. You dehydrating your water. And then on top of that, with this hangman, instead of you dreaming bigger, right, you're going into escapism. So there's a light and dark side to all of it, right? So if somebody's really ready to settle down and build a very rich legacy, with somebody that you prayed for, you're going to also have to say, okay, I need to I need to be real with myself about some things that I need to, it's some people, places, and things that I need to pull out my sword of truth and start cutting some people out of my life. Right? And so don't let people force you to do things before you're ready to do those, Libra. Because I see somebody having a very rich life this year. I mean rich in all sense, where you're not expecting people to be perfect. You're expecting people to respect your boundaries. And they know you're not afraid to enforce those boundaries. So, like I said, make this your best year yet. Here we have Maiden 22. Demand what is yours and take back what was taken. Reclaim until you've gathered all of you. That color red right there connects us at the root chakra, right? So root chakra is developed between the ages of 0 and 7. So as far as your family is concerned, like, look, I'm reclaiming all of me, right? I'm reclaiming all of me. Like somebody, it could have been some kind of a blood sacrifice at some point, looking at the cards here. And Source is like, no, reclaim all of you, because somebody that Source connected you with has gone through some of the same things that you've gone through, Libra. And Source is like, so you all are connecting on a level spiritually that you're not even aware of. And so when you are you're going to make the best decision for you. I'm going to just put it that way. You're going to make the best decision for you. Night energy does not mean you running away from anything. It's not in reverse. It's upright. You are locked in to your purpose and letting God show you everything. Okay, so nobody's running from anything. But if you feel like you need some time, it's like, okay, I need to pull out the sword of truth and I need to move on from some things. Just trust that people who are praying for you understand, understand, and overstand. But the people who are praying on you, those are the ones that's going to be like having a fit, right? Just like upset, angry, punch in the air, speaking of air, because they don't want you to get any fresh air. They don't want you to think things through. They don't want to give you any space and time. But the people who are praying for you, Praying, they know that you need some fresh air and they cool with it. They cool with it either way. They just want you to be good. So, yeah. Yeah, that's what Source is exposing everything. All you need to do is be in that purpose. Waking up every single day. Source, what assignment do you have for me today? So I release all negative thoughts of the past and all worries for the future. I'm serious. Get locked in and focused. Yep, because one thing, I was amongst a whole lot of things that Source will do. Source is Source, right? Source of everything, right? But Spirit will definitely tell you what you need to do. Will definitely tell you what you need to do. And all you have to just do is just be obedient. All you have to do is just be obedient. And dream even bigger. That's it. Don't go into escapism. Dream even bigger. You deserve all that big-hearted energy you deposited into the universe, Libra. You deserve all of that back plus tax. Okay, so that's not arrogance. Your heart was in the right place towards a whole lot of people that's going to get, they about to be shocked. And remember, time is relative, so about to be could mean when you watch this video, it could have happened last night, last week. It could happen a year from now, but some people won't be shocked that you're not carrying their burdens anymore. You're not carrying their demons like they expect for you to. So, yeah. There's going to be a whole lot of talking about people behind their back. But guess what? That's what y'all been doing anyway. So, keep the conversation going. That's outside of my universe. I'm over here enjoying my life. So, Yep. Got some rumblings are happening in the universe right now. 23. I am adventurous. You have a zest for life and you are eager to experience anything and everything possible. You love change and excitement and need both to feel truly alive. For you, life is an adventure to be lived to the fullest. Watch how this year pans out for you all, Libra. I'm serious. You watch. When you start to, first it's uncomfortable when you're telling people, nah, I've been carrying your burdens too long. You're gonna have to get a job, or I can't sit here and listen to the same story about that I've been listening to for the last 10, 15, 20 years about how your so-and-so ain't SHIT. Now you're going to have to go to counseling or therapy. You're going to do something else. I'm trying to live my life and I'm trying to reap the benefits of all the good heart, good natured energy I put out into the universe. I'm getting all this good news. And I feel like as soon as I talk to certain people, I'm just like, okay. And then you try to be excited and come across as a Debbie Downer. It's like, okay, I'm going to have to release some people. Because I'm trying to enjoy my life. So I'm telling you, this is going to be amazing. That purging part, just keep that in mind. And like I said, I did the 6-month prediction video. So for those of you who are on Patreon side, probably already saw it. But that's going to be the part that's going to really get a lot of people. The purging part is like, you know what, you deserve to be happy. That's all I can say. You deserve to be happy. So go be happy. You can't wait for people to, recognize that they adding to your pain. Go be, just be, right? That's what I have for you all. I will see you all on Sunday. You already have the questions for the moon in Cancer and also have the questions for the moon in Leo. So this reading is for the 26th of January through the 26th of February. And keep in mind too, whenever I do giveaways, like for instance, at the time of filming, we're in Aquarius season. So watch Aquarius videos. Don't forget to comment. I'm trying to be as creative as possible, on the videos. But if you got Aquarius anywhere in your birth chart, then you can join in the fun too. All right. Bye.